Hi, I'm Sarah from sarahjensen.com.au, and today I'd like to talk with you about how to choose goals. So, if you're anything like me and a lot of the people that I work with, we have a million and one ideas. We're never short of ideas, but it can be often really difficult to choose which one to start with or which goal to rock first. And thoughts like, oh my goodness, what if I choose the wrong one? Or what if I spend all this time on it and when it comes to life, it's not what I thought it was going to be? Or I only have a small amount of time to dedicate to things like this because I'm juggling all of the things. What if I choose the wrong one? I feel like I have to choose the right one, and we can feel so pressured to get it right and to be perfect and get caught up in all of that overthinking that sometimes it feels safer to do nothing and to just keep dreaming and planning and writing things down. But then sometimes we can feel a bit rubbish about ourselves, or we can feel unfulfilled, or we can start to feel really stuck. So, if you are having any trouble at all choosing which goals to rock, or you've ever felt the way that I've just described, I've got 3 questions that I want to share with you that will help you next time you're doing a bit of goal setting to really tune in and get connected to you and figure out which perhaps 1 or 2 or 3 goals are going to be the ones that you want to bring to life first, and that really tap into the intentions, the vision, all of the things that you have in your heart for your life or business. So, question number 1 is, why do I want this goal? And this has been a really big one for me because I used to set goals. I've been setting goals since I was a little kid. I'm a lifelong goal lover. But when I look back, a lot of the time, especially when I was younger, before I started doing the personal development work, a lot of the time when I was setting goals, it was because I thought that having that outcome would impress people. So, an example that I love to give is running a marathon. I'm pretty uncoordinated. I'm not a great runner. I'm sure I could run if I practiced. But for years and years and years, on my list of goals to achieve, I had run a marathon. And every New Year's Eve, I'd set the goal, and then end of the year, I'd be reflecting, and I wouldn't have done anything to achieve it. And I started feeling rubbish about myself. And so when I got curious and started asking myself, well, hang on, if I'm setting this goal, why do I want it? What do I think it's going to bring me? What experience do I think I'm going to have because of this goal? And what I realized was it wasn't actually something that I wanted. And why I wanted it was because I thought that it would impress people, not because I thought it would be fulfilling for me. So if you're ever feeling stuck on goals, I really encourage and invite you to get lovingly honest and ask yourself, well, why do I want this? And check out what your motivations are. Are they for you, or are they because of how you think other people will see you, or the things that they'll say about you if you achieve the goal? And that leads into question number 2, which is this goal mine? And that's been a huge one for me too. I've looked at what other people have achieved, and this comes up big time in business. For so many of the people that I work with, and definitely for me over the years of my business, that I'll see someone having success with a sales funnel, or running webinars, or doing workshops, or having a podcast, or doing videos, or whatever the latest thing is, whatever the latest app is, or process, or program, or strategy, or whatever it is that's getting somebody huge results. I or my clients will look at it and go, that's the key to my success. And then they'll throw themselves in at a million miles an hour, and maybe it doesn't work for them because maybe it's not aligned with their personality or their strengths or the way they work or the energy they want to bring to their business or their core values, all of those sorts of things. So asking yourself, is this goal mine, is a really lovely way to actually tune in and go, well, hang on, do I want this for me? Do I want this because of what I think I'm going to experience because of achieving it? Or am I wanting this because I'm seeing that it's perhaps bringing someone else the feelings that I want to feel? And that leads into question 3, which is, how will achieving this goal make me feel? And I really want to invite you and encourage you to get really lovingly selfish when you review things like goals. Because as we said at the start of this video, we have a precious small amount of time. When you mix in life, business, day jobs, families, personal responsibilities, trying to do the things that interest us, trying to have hobbies, or trying to get enough rest, there's not a lot of time within that, unless we are epically amazing time management people, to dedicate to the things that we want to bring to life. So if the goals that you're working on aren't actually making you feel the way that you want to feel, or they're not moving you towards feeling the way that you want to feel, are they worth your time and investment? And so, perhaps you believe that okay, off the top of my head, having a holiday is going to help you feel joyful or freedom or something like that. That's amazing. But if maybe you're planning that holiday and you're looking at, well, I'm going to go skiing, even though you hate cold weather, but you've seen something on Instagram about someone having a skiing holiday and it looked amazing and they looked like they were having a lot of fun, and your brain or your subconscious have made that link that skiing equals happiness, even though in your gut you know that's so not for you and you'd rather be lying on a beach drinking a cocktail or a mocktail and reading a book or having a massage or a pedicure. It's really about tuning into what your goals mean to you and how they're going to make you feel. Is achieving that particular thing going to help you feel the way that you want to feel? And that's where getting really clear on how you want to feel is really important too. So tuning in and asking yourself, how do I want to feel? And then looking at, well, is this goal on my list going to move me closer towards that? Or is that maybe not my vision for success or freedom or joy or abundance or whatever it might be? So there's so much of this that is actually really about pausing, reflecting, and tuning into yourself, tuning into your truth, tuning into your vision for your life, your business, whatever it might be, and being really honest. And if the things that you've got on your list aren't for you, or they're shaped by other people, or the way that you think other people feel when they achieve them, and that's the feeling that you want, but that's not your vision for it, or maybe your why for that goal is really fed by the fact that you think that it's going to help you feel validated or loved or worthy or appreciated or something like that. And I say that from personal experience. So many times in the past, my goals were about, I want to feel loved. I want other people to see that I'm special. I want other people to validate me, say well done, be proud of me, think that I'm amazing, and it's really about taking that pause and being able to acknowledge that gently, lovingly, with no self-judgment, and then go, okay, well, if that's where I'm coming from, how can I love myself right now? How can I tune back into what makes me feel amazing? How can I tune back into my why, into the things that guide me forwards, and into the vision that I have for my life? So you can kind of go around in really wonderful, beautiful circles with it and keep going sort of deeper and deeper. It's not about overthinking it. It's really just about getting curious, and especially if either you're having trouble choosing goals or maybe you're having trouble achieving the goals. So like I said with that marathon, that was on my list year after year after year. And year after year after year, I took no action on it, or maybe I took a little action and then I kind of gave up and it felt too hard and I couldn't be bothered. And when I noticed that pattern, I noticed that I kept saying, I want this, but I wasn't moving towards it. I wanted to start asking myself, well, why is that? What's going on here? And use that curiosity to feed and fuel that information loop that can help you get clear about you and what you desire, so you can move towards that in a way that feels amazing for you. Because goal getting and goal rocking shouldn't be dragging yourself through the mud. It shouldn't be so difficult that it feels like a chore. It shouldn't be miserable. It shouldn't be, well, it's got to be really hard because that's the only way I'm allowed to have the good outcome. It's allowed to be easy. And when it's not easy, that's information that can guide you to come back to your path, because maybe you've just sort of wandered off your path and onto someone else's briefly. And I've so been there, and so have my clients. So you're not alone. I hope this has been helpful. If you've got any questions at all, please feel welcome to give me a shout. Or if you've got goals, or you want to set some goals, or you want help rocking your goals, give me a shout. I do coaching on this. I love talking about this, and I love seeing people come back to their goals and bring their goals to life. Because let me tell you, when you're rocking your goals, it feels amazing for you. And you know when you're on the right track or not. So if you need any help at all, I am so here for you. I'm sending you tons of love. Get out there, love yourself, rock your goals, live your dreams, and have an amazing time doing it. I'll talk with you soon.